member of the X-Files up. Yeah, are you X-Files? Nope. Check.
Oh, nice. So, it's kind of relates to my question. My name's Diva, and Nathan had Castle, Alec had Chuck, and so there's several of you that had successful series afterwards. Is there anyone that you would have wanted to be a guest star on? Because you guys seem to pair together.
Like, walked off the dance floor and I was like, I think that's the best thing that ever happened to me. And Charlie's like, thanks, babe.
We have 1 minute left. Let's ask the question, answer it quick.
I just want to know, what were some of your memories about Ron Glass, who's not here to tell his story?
What a great way to end. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Ron Glass.
Ron was so funny. It's one thing people don't know about Ron is he had this very sick and twisted sense of humor, which made me laugh and laugh. He was also a huge basketball fan, weirdly. And we were at a convention with a whole group of us. Nathan was there, Adam, Alan, Ron, Ray.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael Clasterin. Thank you. Please sit down, please. You're embarrassing him now. We have to start the Q&A. Can I sing a song first? Can I just sing a song?
He's amazing.
Hello, folks. Here we go. Howdy, hey, hi there. Start the show. We've been in movies, been on TV, and that makes us celebrities. Tom, Christopher Lloyd. We are very important. Excited. Through the air. Lose your worries, forget your cares. You people in back should be sitting up here because sometimes I spit when I sing.
Yeah.
I'm not done. You can sell it on eBay. Hey, showbiz is our life, my friend. We know just what to do. We're guys you've seen paying our dues. You gotta give me credit. You can't refuse. I know a guy who knows Tom Cruise. Yes, I'm that connected. But I'm not into Scientology. Hey, back to Freaks and Geeks. I was in that movie called The Heat. My resume's longer than 50 feet, but not as impressive as his. You might think you don't like me. You think I'm on an ego trip. Hey, well, I don't care, cause I'm famous. And that's more important than relationships. Seems more important than relationships. Tom Wilson, he's kind of famous. He has lost all of his friends. Big whoop. Tonight's gonna be the best. Showbiz party, a big success. Just lower your standards, start expecting less, and let those lowered expectations start with me.
So let's go, pardon the expression, back to the very beginning. One of the last people cast in the film was you, Tom. There was a search that went on for Biff for some time, and you were, as I've been told, discovered auditioning for another role. Am I wrong?
Like so many things surrounding the Back to the Future franchise, you're entirely wrong. I thought that the role of Biff, I had been in the facts of life, disgruntled jock. I introduced biscuits in a national KFC commercial. Yeah, you're welcome. That was me. I brought you biscuits to dance.
Okay. I've told this story before, and maybe some of you have heard it before. I will try to make it as interesting as the first time. Well, I was doing a film, a little low-budget thing in Mexico City, and my agent sends me a script, Back to the Future, and I read it, and I didn't quite know what to make of it. I wasn't very interested, really, because I was going to New York to do a play. I'd been away from the city for a while, and I thought I should go back to my roots, which was the theater. That's where I began, and spent a lot of time doing that before I came to LA. So I was all my mind doing that, and I had a great part. Hans Christian Andersen. If that rings a bell anyway. And so I was all excited about that. And then I get this script for Back to the Future, and I kind of, you know, and I dumped it in a waste basket. Not a great career move, but that's what I did. And a friend of mine, by the astonishment on your face, you haven't heard this story.
My older brother, who I actually kind of liked.
Yeah, my thing is like, if you think of your yearbook photo, I had one of those, you know, but they were like a film. So everything either good or dumb I did for about 10 years of my life, from 15 to 25, was usually on film. So it's like a yearbook photo, just an extended sort of GIF. What do they call those things?
Yep. But then as you got into more adult roles, we became adults. So we got to see you become...
You became an adult.
Well... I'll tell you how old... Yeah, physically. So, because you guys span so many demographics, because I told my mother I was talking to you guys, and she was like...
How's your mom?
My mom is great, she's 71, and she's like, I love Runaway Jury. I can't wait. And she loves
You
this...
mean not Runaway Bride?
I was gonna say... And the sequel...
It was them, they get the Joan and John.
Yeah,
She was talking about Joan.
No, it was the sequel of Runaway Jury, which is Runaway Bride.
That's true.
Long in my eyes, and in and out. So you play these such diverse, and I say this with love, wacky characters. Are you an actor from the inside out, or do you get the costumes and the hair, like you had that big fin? I thought you were a shark in Working Girl. Do you work that way, inside out or outside in?
I mean, definitely Inside Out.
Which is another film.
In and out.
It's another film.
Wasn't that one of your films?
No, it wasn't.
This is incredible. Can I have you guys all stand up and take a selfie with me? Okay.
Guys, stand up, turn your lights on, so let's get it. The stars will shimmer. There you go. You ready, guys? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, Jody, we want to do a professional. This is her very first con ever.
Never done a Comic-Con, and so, pardon? I just heard that. I heard that you have all spoiled me, and it's going to be downhill from here. So basically, it's like, this will be it. I can only do this. I can only come to Salt Lake.
You heard it here first. You don't do this.
But I've had so much fun meeting all of you amazing people that have been so patient to wait in lines and stuff, and so many kids. Yes. Tons of kids. Love it. Taking pictures with babies and the costumes. I haven't gone out onto the floor yet, but I love to put my tennis shoes on and in and around everything, because I think I could shop till I drop here with my kids. That'd be so fun. It's amazing.
It is so true. You gotta be careful though. When you walk on the floor, it's like your money just disappears.
Yes, exactly. My son was supposed to come with us, McKinley, with me, and of course he was beyond thrilled to be able to come, and we just moved him into college on Saturday to scatter night from school, because he only lives an hour away from us, thank God, and to come to the airport. And because of the hurricane, his classes were delayed a week, so they had mandatory class today. Yeah. So he couldn't come. Boo school.
Yeah, boo school, boo.
Education, Salt Lake Comic-Con,
Education? Yeah. So he didn't get to come, so I'm by myself, sending them pictures all day, and they're all like, oh, my daughter's like, are you kidding me? You just got your picture with Dick Van Dyke! And he can still kick his leg up here.
Wow.
He's 91, and he can still kick his leg up to here.
So
it's crazy.
He came out this morning, and when we had him come up on the stage, we were like, okay, we'll help him up the stairs. He literally bounded up and then danced across the stage.
Wow.
And I was like, well, okay then.
Oh, he can dance. Oh, he can dance. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead. We want to talk about some things. You have such an amazing career. You've brought some of the most amazing characters to life. And I want to talk about my personal favorite, and then we'll get into everybody's.
We love you, Ariel!
We love you,
Yes, Ariel. The thing is, though, tour guide Barbie.
I'm tour guide Barbie. Welcome to Big Al's Toy Barn. Back in 1995, short-sighted retailers did not make enough dolls to meet demand. Bye-bye now. The brilliant John Lasseter. John Lasseter and I played in the studio with Barbie.
Yes, so when we go on that ride, they say claps, he loves, and he giggles, he thinks it's so great. It just is such a great character because it connects with everybody. He does such a wonderful job.
Yeah, that's a great attraction. A great attraction. Hello!
Hello. Thank you for coming out to our con.
Well, it's been
We
my
love having
pleasure.
you
I'm
here.
having so much fun. Really, thank you.
And so I would just like to ask you, I know that you have inspired many singers like myself to be singers. What inspired you to be a singer?
You know, it's interesting. Like I said, I kind of came out of the womb singing as a little girl, and music was always a way to communicate my heart with people. And I would say as I grew up, the person that made the biggest influence in my life as a vocalist is Barbra Streisand. Because she's a storyteller, and I love to tell stories through song. That's my passion, is to be able to have an emotion and be able to translate that, and then to have all of the audience feel what I'm feeling. So it's just that sort of that really special connection. That's a great question. Thank you. Hey, Belle.
Hello.
Hi.
So, as a singer, as well, another singing question.
There goes the baker with his tray. Very nice.
Anyways, so what's something that singers can use to keep their voices through rehearsals, through performances, through characters? Because you're really taking a toll on your throat.
Yes, and I don't have a job if I don't have my voice.
Yes.
So it is my livelihood. So what I do is I sleep 8 hours, no smoke, no drink, nothing like that. Eat healthy. I don't eat late at night, so you don't have to deal with reflux. And I drink a ton of water, nothing carbonated. I don't do tea. I know people say tea and honey and lemon, that's not good for my cords whatsoever. Really, it's old-fashioned water, and it's water that's not ice cold. But those are the basics, and then I warm up every day. It's like a muscle, you know, like a marathon runner. You've got to keep it going and active every single day. And I can tell if I've taken 3 or 4 days off from singing, because then I kind of go, oh, okay, we got to get back there, you know. So, great question. Thank you.
Over industry, particularly Disney.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think at this point what I try to encourage students, high school and college that I work with, is to come up with as many voices as you can. Just take a children's book and every 2 lines change the character. And be able to strengthen your variety. And then I think eventually as that starts to happen is finding an agent. You know, between New York and LA, there are a handful of vocal agents and voiceover agents, and you make yourself a good old-fashioned demo and you throw it out. I've been up here babbling.
Beautiful babbling.
Sorry, go ahead, sweetheart.
I just want to say I love you so much just because I was named after the Little Mermaid when I was born, so.
What's your name?
Ariel.
Oh, Ariel! Wow! That's so awesome!
Yeah, so I've always been a fan since birth. So.
Thank you.
My question was, what is your favorite role between Ariel, Tula from Pirates of Darkwater or Thumbelina, and why?
Which child is your favorite? Questions.
Yeah. You know, it's so hard because each and every one are so unique and different, and the experiences with the cast and the producers and the directors, it's possible. But I think because of working where work goes, so I hate to choose, but I would say because of Howard, it would be Ariel. I hate to do that though, because it's all special.
The thing, did you realize, because they call it the Disney Renaissance era, when Little Mermaid came out, it kicked everything to another level. Did you have any idea that was about to happen?
In fact, when I recorded, I was told that we are not going to be announced. Your voices, we're not going to know who you are. We're going to run the credits super fast at the end. And the key is we don't want people to affiliate the name of an actor or an actress with the character, which stands through time with the way it used to be.
Failed.
So that's what we were told. So I just did Ariel for 2.5 years, 14 days in the studio, didn't tell anybody. Told my family, I kept saying, what are you doing in LA? Oh, I'm doing this animated feature film. Or are we gonna see you in the movie? Are we gonna see you on the screen? I'm like, no, it's my voice. Oh, maybe you get a better job next time. So I stopped telling everybody. I just kept my mouth shut. And it was about maybe 2 months before I get a call from my agent. Can you go on press tour? Do 21 cities in 20 days. I'm like, for what? For Mermaid. I'm like, why? I mean, we're done. We did our job and we disappeared because it's taking off and it's getting this unbelievable response. So I did. Went on press tour and then boom, People Magazine, and there we were. So the girl. Exactly. And do you know that Ariel doesn't have her voice at that time? No. Go figure. That would be like a ventriloquist if I sang that song. So I like to sing Part of Your World because that's Ariel's song. Good question. I'm just playing with you, sweetie. I'm just playing with you. You're so cute. Yes?
Hi, Jody.
Hi. Didn't I see you earlier today?
I was the first Ariel for your line.
Yes. Hello. And you changed your costume.
No.
No. Oh, you're the real Ariel.
Yes.
She's another Ariel that is named after the movie.
I had to show you my driver's license.
She did show me her driver's license because I didn't believe her. I'm sorry.
I was born in 1990. My parents are scuba divers. I was cursed. I'm unfortunately the opposite of the other Ariel, where I grew up hating my name because I got all the jokes and everything else, and I had herds of 5 to 12-year-old fangirls following me around all my life, and why? It took working as a waitress at a seafood restaurant to get over it.
Serving crab, I know.
And basically, I just wanted to say, while I've had to come to terms with it, thank you for giving voice to a character that inspired me to write my own story.
Thank you. You're very sweet, Ariel. Thank you. Can I go back in time?
Yeah. Of course.
But I don't want to replace the original. Can I do that? Okay. So let's say there was a Mary Poppins original, and Julie already did it, so I'm not going to take away from that. And we froze Dick Van Dyke, then that's the role that I want to play.
What the heck?
That was a great question. But please, I'm not dissing the queen. Get me straight on that.
It'd be wonderful. Okay.
Yes, shall we sing? Now, we haven't had a sound check. You know what that means, right? So I'm just gonna wander over. Can I just hear the beginning of the track, please? Just to see if it's... Okay. Now you can turn that track down just a smidge. Do you mind me doing a sound check real quick? Because I want to do a good job for you. Can you turn... How's that sound for you guys? Okay, excellent. Can I have... Well, thank you so much. Okay, you can stop. You can stop. Thank you, sound man, wherever you are. That was so sweet of you. I like to roll in a very authentic, real way. So when I don't get a chance to have a sound check, I want to do a really good job for you. Are you going to be following me, Miss? For me to be here. This is a gift for me to be here with this incredible crowd. You've really... Are you signing this? Oh, I love that. I love that. My daughter is learning sign language. You guys for letting me get to be here. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think of the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I get 20, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Feet. Flip in your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along on a, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Free, wish I could be part of that world. If I could live out of these waters, what would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Bet you on land, they understand that they don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? When I love to explore that shore above. Out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that
more time. Roy Benson and Paige O'Hara! We're gonna do a crowd shot. You guys mind standing right here? And just turning around?
Are we on? Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Good. Oh wow, a big crowd today. I love Salt Lake City.
Woo! All right, guys.
This is awesome.
All right, guys, on the count of 3, we're gonna take a photo. Ready?
Oh, there we go.
Turn your cell phones on. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
You guys have.
Thank you.
Love you too.
Wow. Thank you.
And we love Robbie.
This auditorium holds 4,500 people.
Oh my gosh.
And there's like 3 seats over there. We'll wait for those guys. Robbie, you were saying, I interrupted you.
Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry.
This is sense of humor. You'll get it pretty soon. This is pretty fun.
Well, welcome to Salt Lake City.
All right, I've decided I want to buy a cabin in Salt Lake City and have like a home.
We have
away from
Carolyn
home
Cosman
here.
down here who's a real estate agent. We'll talk.
Okay, okay.
I think everybody.
I thought you were like in grade school then or something.
I was a fetus. Yes.
Well, I was only 12 when I played Belle, but
Oh,
not the old Belle.
So I'm going to start with the first question, then we'll turn over. I mean, you're a part of this iconic, wonderful movie. I think it is just about everybody's favorite film. How has it changed your lives, being part of this voice cast?
It's been a blessing. It really is. I've done things. I'm 62 now, and I've been working since I was 8 years old. And probably the most fun I've ever had, and the movie I'm the most proud of is Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah! Well, I'm the same age as you are, and I've been working since I was 8 years old. I wasn't famous young like you were, though. We all had crushes on him in the 70s. Ice Castles, One-on-One, I mean, all the movies that she did, oh my gosh. And then I got to play opposite him, you know? I had an interview today and they said, so in high school, who was your crush? I said, well, Robbie Benson. Of course. But no, I feel the same way. I've been working in the theater my whole life and a few films here and there, but this is the most fun I've ever had. And oh my gosh, 28 years later, we're still going.
Wow. Well, the marvelous thing about it is that young people are discovering it because their mothers watch it. I mean, it is just a perpetual motion movie. It's going to go on forever.
I hope so. Well, certainly the message will go on forever, and that's really, I think, that's the whole key of its success, really, is the message that it gives you and the feeling that it gives you. And,
you have great eyes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I haven't looked deeply into Robbie's eyes yet, but I will later.
Done watching. I was there for the premiere, the opening night, and it was really cool to be there, actually. And my favorite moment, though, is we were at the before party, and I see Emma Watson across the hall, and she looks at me and screams, "Hey, everybody like stops. The cameras start flying, and we have this big embrace and hug, and we get to giggle and laugh. And she's just absolutely adorable. And I thought the film was wonderful in many ways. In some ways, I thought it went too dark, which this is not a lie. Thank you. Don Hahn actually agrees with me. He lost the battle on some of the dark sides of the film that they put in there. he pretty much agreed with me that they should have stayed like his original movie, which is our movie. But it but it certainly had merit in many, many ways. And I think you actually like Dan Stevens, you told me, right?
Yeah, I thought he did a very good job. Very challenging thing that he had to accomplish.
Well, and you're a tough act to follow. And in my opinion, no one can follow Robbie Benson as the Beast.
No. Next question, please.
So, what was your favorite reaction when you were chosen? And what was your favorite line that you got to perform on the movie? What was your reaction when you were chosen?
Well, I have a reaction to something that Emma did, and then I'll tell you with my movie. I ad-libbed a line in our movie that ended up in her movie, which was at the end when he turns into the prince and she's rubbing his face and says, "Do you think you could grow a beard?" I ad-libbed that line, 30 years ago, and then all of a sudden I'm watching the movie, the new one, and she says the line, and I'm like, oh, I start screaming, laughing, and the director's like, I heard that was you, and I said, it was me, yes it was. But I personally like to say, Gaston, you're positively primeval.
Yeah!
Mine will always be, get out! Or something funny.
Robbie made us laugh all the time. I know it was so funny when the press came out. Nobody could believe that Robbie had this huge voice, and then when they, saw him in the interviews and that came out, I was like, yeah, I think you believe it now.
I was sitting in that chair and I went, how did you do that voice?
Actually, a lot of it's not there anymore.
Smells like someone's gone.
I get it's kind of like being the Marlboro Man. It's like none of it's draining.
It's draining.
It is. The movie takes. Actually, I've been teaching film for.
Turn off all the phones. There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined, and now he's dear and so unsure. I wonder why I didn't see it there before.
I think it's very smart to leave it right there.
Sorry I didn't warm up.
But yeah, you sound great.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to, I heard that you did a cassette tape for the audition.
For the first audition I went in.
Story.
Yeah, it is a great story because it's one that I teach my students, my acting students. But when I went in, when I went in to audition, they were recording me on a little Walkman cassette. Right. And I thought, what kind of movie is this? It's a big Disney movie. It's Beauty and the Beast. So I kept thinking, every guy that's been going in, and I was listening, was like yelling into the microphone. And what happens is compression will just close up and a big roar, instead of sounding like it's really big, it just goes like that. And so when I went in and I did everything, I just, because I'm a little bit of a sound engineer, I played with the microphone and just, like, Belle, are you happy here with me? and if it got loud, it would get loud gradually, so the gate wouldn't close real fast. But I'd also, again, it's mic technique, you'd get away from the mic. I don't want to blow anybody's ears or but,
What do you say? We can't hear you.
Well, what's a good line? I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Michael, which one's
Which one? That one feels, you know, what's that? Go ahead and stop!
Your voice is still the same. I hate you, it's not fair.
So anyway,
I want to hear the I love you scene. When you say you love me. No, you don't say you love me. Are you happy here with me?
Oh, yeah. Belle, are you happy here with me?
Why Bill just didn't stay? I mean, that stuff that kills me every time I see that line. I was like,
Let's talk to Belle.
hi Bill.
Hello. So, I love a lot of things that you guys have been in. I'm wondering, you guys' favorite. I'm wondering what you guys' favorite memories are from Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas.
Oh, yeah!
Tim Curry's here.
Well, look, I wish it were better. I wish it was better. And if it entertains people, that's fantastic.
Well, but you know, what was really kind of fun was you'd work with Tim Curry a lot with the Legend of
wow.
And ours he did Forte in that. Wasn't he a riot? He was so scary. And of course, Tim Curry is here. You have to go see him. So that was really cool. I got to actually work with him in the recording of the singing part.
Our time is up.
Oh no!
We should do a 4-hour panel.
Cheering for Lex Luthor.
That's good.
But did you hear him cheering for Superman as well?
Make no mistake where you are. It's Kenny Loggins. Where's all these people named Reserved? Yeah, where did the Reserved people go? Thanks for the small warm water.
We try to do it right here at FanX. Give us some small warm waters.
This could be, I think this is the biggest crowd we've ever had. Give it up. I'm such an idiot. Why didn't I figure that out? I was like, Newtonians? Newtonians.
It works. So, here's the thing. We're gonna open up to some questions for you guys. But before we do that, we want to talk, because you guys really piloted DC. Because your show started everything else. The Arrow, all that Flash.
Yeah.
Did you realize the impact you guys were going to have when you started Smallville?
I mean, no.
Yeah.
We didn't really know, but Jesus, we didn't. I don't think we really knew. I knew it was something special. Whether or not it was going to be successful, I'm not sure. But you got a great story about when you called your parents. Oh yeah, because my parents were used to me doing things that failed. I mean, I almost didn't go to college. I almost didn't make it through college. I just not a lot of good going on. And so I never really brought up anything to my parents like, oh, I for pretty much everything you've seen. Arrow, the pilot for that, Game of Thrones, amazing director. I went in there with, it's called looping, ADR. You guys know what that is? It's when you go in and re-record some voices or maybe an ow off camera. And he goes, I want you to see something. And I'm glad. Embraced things, embraced real life, and also I didn't want to become like, people were like, oh, what are you gonna, I didn't want to watch Gene Hackman and do what Gene Hackman did. I wanted to just read the lines, play it real, be genuine, and hope you guys liked it. And that was it. So, and I was scared.
I think it was also like Alan Miles, the guys who created the show, they wrote it very grounded.
Right.
It was written very well, which helped sort of ground it, like I said.
Yeah, and also pace yourself. Like, I'm like, I can't get evil episode 1. You can't become Superman episode. So you have to, you're like, wow, this show could go on for X amount of years. So I was like, some episodes I'd call the guys and say, I don't know, this seems a little too, but you're gonna play it the opposite way. So when you read something evil, if you play it the opposite, even though there's some underlying evil to it or malevolence or whatever, it's, I think that's what's important. Not playing it with the curling the mustache.
Oh my gosh.
Have you guys seen me somewhere?
Where this movie that I did, you may see it around here, around these parts, it's called The Mountain. It's with me and Ty Sheridan from Ready Player One. And it was in competition, so-called, at the Venice Film Festival. And we were there, hobnobbing with everybody else, and there were a lot of fancy people there. We showed the movie, people seemed to like the movie. And then I went to London, where I was doing publicity for this jazz album that is just coming out, because I play piano in a jazz group. Thank you. And we're releasing this record on November 9th. It's called Jeff Goldblum and the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra, the Capitol Studios Sessions. That's the name of it, but you can pre-order it now. Not that I'm selling anything, but if you want to look it up, you can pre-order it now. In fact, there are a couple of singles that have been released, so you can hear 2 of the singles, and then it comes out November 9th. So, if you feel like it. Anyway, I was in London doing publicity for that. I went to one of the subway stations and played unexpected. Some icon award. They called me an icon, and I have it in my suitcase. Thank you very much. I got it in my suitcase, and we saw a lot of fancy people there. Prince Charles was there. My God in heaven.
Oh yes, Jurassic World. Yes.
Yeah.
I know you briefly talked about it there, but I do want to talk a little more about the album, because it's a big deal, and it really is.
Oh, it is for me. I'm excited.
And for those of you that want to see Jeff perform, he plays every Wednesday in Los Feliz at a club.
Yes, if you're there in Los Angeles, come to Google Rockwell. That's the name of the club. And they'll tell you if I'm playing on any given Wednesday, because I play every Wednesday that I'm there in town with my band. And if you're there, come and tap me on the shoulder, and I'll take a picture with you there, and you can hear this jazz music that we play. Yeah, so come on, Rockwell.
And you're going to be touring London and Paris.
We're going back, and our band is going to play Ronnie Scott's, this kind of well-known jazz club in London, and then we're playing a couple of shows at the London Jazz Festival, and then we go to Berlin, a very happening city, so-called, and then to Paris, a city you've heard of before, maybe, or been to before, and we play jazz there. How did I get so lucky to have this life where I play music like this?
So the important question is, when do you get stateside with the tour?
Well, besides playing every night at Rockwell, we have a couple of dates coming up as a man. And I see sometimes when many of you have posted those pictures, and I look at them, and then I see I look at all your pictures that you've posted. So I find out a lot about you. I feel very close to you. We're getting very much closer too.
And hot ones. You're eating chicken wings or vegan chicken wings.
You know that show, Hot Ones? Yeah, that guy is nice. And we talked while we were eating these spicy wings.
You took the smallest bites though. They were
dainty little bites. Well, I was worried about the spicy food. My doctor said, don't lay off the spicy foods because your golden throat needs to be protected. Spices can sometimes disrupt the residents, and so I was very dainty with it. But I still ate all the spicy foods.
Oh, you were a trooper, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
And more so, you were wearing white pants too while you were doing it.
Well, you'd think they were white, but they were very soft pink. They were a soft pink color. Yes.
You GQ icon, you.
And these boots are new. I just got these boots. Don't you like these boots? And then they're just breaking in. I thought they were going to be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but I like them now. They're really good. And then I got these velvet pants. They're velvet pants. And then I know I've had black leather jackets before. And Malcolm and but I just got this one. It's in the shape of those denim jackets that you get in Levi and denim. But this is black leather. What do you think?
Yeah, you look good.
What's the matter with me? That's the question. What in the hell is the matter with me? I apologize.
Well, we do these things, we've done a bunch, and what did we do last time? We judged a costume contest, we did the top 10 reasons Jeff Goldblum is hot, but we've done something a couple of times, and it got the biggest response, and coming to Salt Lake, a lot of you wrote in and asked for Jeff to read live tweets for you.
I knew nothing about this.
So he knows nothing about this. He hasn't seen these. He didn't know we were going to do this. I'll probably get fired after the show.
Oh yes, the long Brazil nuts. I don't, myself, I may be a Brazil nut, but myself, I don't favor the Brazil nut. When I get a mix, I like, and the filbert, I put to the side. I like the classic almond. I love the cashew. I love a pistachio nut. The saltier, the better. That's my nut review. But those Brazil nuts are big, and they have kind of a, bitter flavor? Or not so much flavor? Do you agree? I don't know. No, I'm sorry, Brazil nut people, but I don't like it. You're my hero. I love you. How about peanuts? You like a peanut? Yeah! I like almond butter. I like peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fascinating individual, I know. I like all the butters. Okay, here's the second. Now, this I'm not making this up. I've never read this before. This is from Jeff Goldblum's whore. Jeff Goldblum's whore. That's what he or she calls themselves. Okay. And he or she says, oh no, I see a picture. It's a she. It is a she. Says, Jeff Goldblum, please. Redacted, my redacted. Something, my something. And then it says, I love you. Too fast, etc., etc., etc. Okay, shall I read the next one? Yeah. This comes from Lemon Lime. Lemon Lime. And they say, Jeff Goldblum will be in SLC this weekend. What's SLC?
Salt Lake City! It's been a long week for him.
Salt Lake City, Salt Lake City. What does LA stand for? How'd you know that? That's right. Jeff Goldblum will be in SLC this weekend, and in doing so, will expel all hatred, crime, and poverty from this wasteland. And they finish with, we shall all be purified once more.
It's like you have to.
You're fine.
You just shorted out that $10,000 monitor that we have in front of us here.
Now I can't drink from that anymore. Oh, who has a bit of a towel or a towelette of some kind? Oh, never mind.
Use our notes.
Oh, let's see. Okay, the next one comes from Porg, P-O-R-G. They say, and what is Porg? Should I know what Porg is, or that's just their nickname? Oh, my darling,
Oh my God.
When did I become Tom Jones? What's the matter?
Yeah, my gosh.
About that, I had a late breakfast. A broiled Ewok.
I don't think we've ever had a better introduction than that one, guys. That was wonderful. So welcome to FanX. Are you having a good time?
It's great to be here. Yes, I am. First time in Salt Lake City, won't be the last.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, we are going to jump right into questions because I know we got a lot of people wanting to ask questions. So let's go ahead and jump right into those questions.
Hello, as your character as the Emperor, were you ever discussed about were you trained as a youngling or as a Skywalker when you were older to become evil?
Well, that's an interesting question. Because, as you know, when I first entered the whole movie saga, I played the old Emperor who was 120. And then I got to play the Chancellor who was sort of the youngish Emperor who was about 50. But there's a whole period between 1 and 50 that we don't really know anything about. The only disappointing thing is when Disney does that saga, which they're bound to do, are we too old to play it?
Show or movie?
That's a very interesting question. I'd have to find someone who really was really good. Maybe you know who that might be. Who
You get people all the time asking you to say things for them and all that?
They do. Yeah, and James Earl Jones, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Voice in a play. And actually, it was a man playing a woman. He was playing, as some Japanese actors brilliantly do, he was playing Medea, the Greek play Medea. And I realized he produced his voice from somewhere down there. And I thought, well, if I could get a copy of that, that might be a suitable voice for you-know-who. So that's how it all started.
Amazing. Wonderful. Go ahead.
I play a video game where you have a power where you can fly around shooting lightning at people. We call it palpitating. So my question is there ever been a time, a situation where you wished you could go out and just palpitate things?
Well, I have to be honest with you, don't I?
100%.
So the answer is a qualified yes. I mean, it would be nice, wouldn't it? If everyone had, now and again, just a little in their pinky, you know, nothing lethal, just a little bit of sort of prodding now and again. But no, I've never really envied that power. And I sometimes joke when people ask me to do it, I'd say, well, I can't do it today because I forgot my charger.
How did that affect your character development of Senator Palpatine?
Yes, it's interesting to think if Palpatine had ever gone to a therapist. What would have happened? Yeah. I don't know if they've been able to straighten him out. I can't honestly believe, tell you honestly, that my background in clinical psychology helped the study of the Emperor, because I think he's sort of, as I hinted, I mean, he's beyond study, and I used to refer to him as just a solid block of evil, with nothing at all in his background, which is great in a way. But as the face took shape, and I had no idea what he looked like, you know, they just said this involves a bit of makeup, and I thought, well, I know the guy's older than me, so that's good. But I didn't realize what the makeup would be like, and what I'd look like once I woke up, because they said, go to sleep, best if your face is still. And I woke up and saw this monster, and of course I screamed. And then I thought, he looks reptilian, or like a really ugly, unpleasant toad. And the thing I told you about earlier about the Japanese actor was what led me towards the voice. You know, sort of. So it really is, it's unusual for me to work that way, but that's just the way it happened. Most of the, if inspiration is the word, for the character came from those kind of externals. And then there was the fun of the script, using words like friend as if they were the opposite. Because I thought, well, the Emperor doesn't have any friends, and he thinks people who have friends are weak. So he would use it with contempt. So things like that occurred to me, as we went along, and I suppose the character, in a way, built itself.
Great question.
So one of the things that is amazing is the duels, like the legendary duel with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan, and what's your favorite duel that you've been a part of?
Well, my favorite is the one I watched, which was the one in Revenge of the Sith between Ewan and Hayden, because they were absolutely brilliant. They really worked hard, and Ewan, of course, had done fights in previous movies, and is really a master swordsman, and Hayden rapidly became one. And
Alright guys, pull out your cell phones for the photos! Oh, he changed his mind, guys. He doesn't want to do it anymore.
Now, everybody who wants to shout something out, please shout it out now and get it over with.
And so how do you feel about that, John?
How about, what?
Whatever they asked, you are ready to go.
I was amazed. I thought it was going to be about 35 people. Look at all this. Now, I just want to know a couple of things. Stick your hand up if you know about a thing called Faulty Towers. And stick your hand up if you saw me in Ben-Hur. Oh, you liars!
I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
They all just want to be part of you.
I like Python fans, but you must never trust them.
That's been my experience as well. Can't trust any of these folks. They're all here to see you. This is very big crowd for a Friday at 11. You have to understand, these people they're skipping work to see you.
Well, you see, I don't, stop shouting out. It always happens if we let them stay up late. They get excited. I don't think I've tried to make people laugh at 11 o'clock in the morning very often, but we'll see.
So friendly and yeah, what a terrific place this is. Yeah,
oh, thank you so much.
You're very welcome to be here. Now, I mean, I usually like to kind of go straight to questions because I don't know what you guys want me to talk about today. So I want you to kind of steer the shape of the show and ask me a question, and that may lead me into another story or whatever. So do we have our first question down here already? Fabulous. Okay.
And would you use it for clandestine purposes or to for the betterment of mankind?
Okay, so the beginning of the question was, if I was to have one magical power, what would it be, and then how would I use it, basically? You know, it's actually a power that Professor Flitwick could impart, because it's the ability to levitate, and I would like the ability to levitate myself. The stone, or the sorcerer's stone here.
Here is the sorcerer's
stone. The sorcerer's stone. So we're making the first one, and I was the goblin bank teller sitting up at the big desk there, and Harry and Hagrid come to the table, and the director, Chris Columbus, said we need Daniel to kind of look a bit scared here. So he said, when I say action, I wonder if you could make us sort of scare him. Okay, and I said, oh yeah, that'll be fine, yeah, I'll do that. So the camera's on Daniel, and I'm off camera, and Chris said action, and I sort of went, like that. Yeah, and he did exactly what you just did. Changing lessons. Because I had to look like I was a father and knew how to handle a baby and do all of the things that you do to care for a child. And it was horrendous. I mean, I was trying to be a cool 17-year-old in sword fighting, scuba diving, horse riding, Merrick, and then diaper changing. And I felt bad because these mums would bring these babies into rehearsals thinking their baby was going to be a movie star, but we were just using the child for me to rehearse, you know, feeding and all of these things for, you know. Which was challenging. I don't even remember what your question was, but I've enjoyed talking to you nonetheless.
Oh my God, I think it's the actress of Pocahontas. Pocahontas, yeah, I think it's Pocahontas. Yes, Pocahontas, it's Pocahontas. Where's Pocahontas? Where is she? She's gonna come there. There you go. They're gonna zoom in. Zoom in. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there she is. Actress of Pocahontas.
We were just doing blah blah. She's beautiful, so now I can't talk. We've been doing Disney trivia while you were gone, so seeing how much they know about Disney
Sorry about the
movies. But let's give it a hand to her one more time, everybody. You know, moving around crazy today, right?
Yeah. Plus I'm on Eastern time, so I woke up at 4:30 this morning.
Oh my.
Have a long day already. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Well, they have a lot of energy, so this is going to be really, really fun.
Yeah.
Welcome to Salt Lake.
Thank you.
Oh.
It's been a minute since I've been here. I mean, I've been up for the Sundance festivals a few times for different films, but I actually filmed a film in the Salt Lake area, so got to spend a good amount of time out here.
Hi, I'm Anthony Daniel Larson. I'm a huge fan of your Pocahontas movie. I always cry on that movie. There's such great messages about the Mother Earth, animals and stuff. Question, is it okay if I sing a really short song? Just from the movie, just a short one. It's a deleted song. If I never knew you, if I never felt this love, I would have my whole life through how precious life can be. And sing.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's
You're live on Instagram right now, just FYI. So much fun. I love you guys so stinking much, I can't even stand it. That's what we do. Who's been to a Zach panel before? Okay. Who's never been to a Zach panel before? Well, it's about time. Let's go. Let's ask a question. Where's the microphone?
Gorgeous.
Oh, right here. Boom. Hello, sir. Good morning or afternoon.
I love it.
Or morning for me. What? Somebody's chanting something. What? Oh, is the microphone working? Just shout it.
All right, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
So, big fan, literally.
Thank you.
Question. In real life, would you rather Flash or Shazam?
Oh my.
Everybody's like, ooh, what are you gonna say about yourself? Diss. I would. Oh, the ooh is really like, oh, I'm about to lose fans right now. No, I mean, I'd have to Shazam. I honestly, First of all, I had very little control over the Flash of it all, you know? That was kind of a haphazard thing that would happen to me that would 6 days a week. And
I knew it.
Eating crazy amounts of chicken and broccoli and, by the way, also super grateful for it. Warner Brothers paid me to get in the greatest shape of my life. I'm stronger and healthier than I've ever been in my life. Mentally, emotionally, physically, all of it. And I don't want to stop. I just want all of us to be strong and healthy. I want us to go dominate this world. Guys, the world's going to be so groovy when we all love each other. It's going to be amazing. I can't even tell you. What's that? What?
It has to be asked, did you ever learn to pee in that thing?
No, I just win.
Oh my goodness.
That suit stunk by the end of that movie, guys. No, I did. I had 2 costumers that had to unzip my nether regions in order for me to waddle to the bathroom. And if I had to do a number 2, I had to take the whole dang thing off.
Oh my gosh.
Aren't you glad you asked?
Fursuit.
Hi.
question is, how did it feel to play a ginormous child in Shazam?
Like a walk in the park, my friends. I mean, honestly, I think, I'm pretty sure, and David Sandberg, our director, and our producer, Peter Saffron, pretty much everybody involved in the decision-making that...
Just don't tell anyone I said it. Get me in trouble.
Tom Felton.
How the bloody hell are we doing, alright? Well, this is fancy. I've got a nice little director's chair and everything. Great. Is this on? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. We can always share if we need to. Are we sponsored by Dr. Pepper or something? Throwing cans out into the crowd a minute ago. Did anyone get hit? That seems rather dangerous. Yes, still, you know. We're gonna get you a mic.
Eventually. Are charming in every way. All right.
Thank you.
There we go. All you had to do was touch it and it started to work.
There it
That
is,
sounded
there it is.
really good. You're welcome for that. Anyway, thank you so much, Tom, for coming
It's
here.
my bloody pleasure.
It's great to have you here in Salt Lake.
It's good to be back. I'm not just saying it. Honestly, not only is this fantastic and beautiful, but everyone I meet here seems to be inundated with charm, manners, and a good bloody spirit. So, thank you. Seriously, I don't know.
Might not have worked with all that much on the actual movie.
I mean, this is a theme in Scott's life. Everybody that he works with stays in his life forever. I think for me, feels like family to me. So this is something we're really lucky that we started this project when we were at the beginnings of our careers, and we got to keep doing these characters for all of our adult lives. And it's been really great to come to these fan events because it's another way for us to have these experiences together, and now with all of you. It's great.
It's true, and actually, even though a lot of times recording an animated movie can be a lonely process, there are times when you're just in there by yourself, but Linda and I got to work together a ton. We
did.
recorded a lot of the movie face-to-face, which was great.
Mine. What was your favorite project since the original Pocahontas? What was your favorite project to voice Pocahontas in?
That's Pocahontas.
What was my favorite
Jasmine
project
and
to
Aladdin.
voice Pocahontas in?
Yeah, like,
Ralph Breaks the Internet!
that was my answer too!
Yeah, right, yeah. And we got to wear casual clothes.
Yeah, dress down princesses. It was really fun. It's how I dress every day, so it was fun to see Jasmine dressed like that.
Yeah, and you know what was really nice too? They have
myself and going out into the world, that we all came from tribes. We all had songs and drums and stories and relationship to the earth and relationship to our elders, and a strong understanding of what we did today affected the generations to come. And so I always loved Grandmother Willow. So my actual favorite line in the movie is from Grandmother Willow, where she says, "Always this with your heart." But I always liked saying, you know, "Wingapo" too.
She's like, this is what we watched today, and I'm like, I love your teachers so much right now. Let's talk about this movie.
Yeah, well, and so what I loved about it was, it's, you know, we start in the universe of the
When he finds it fun, he says to me, so who is this guy who's being Jack? And I was like, oh, that's Johnny Depp. And he was like, is he in other movies? And I was like, yes, he's in other movies. He's great. In fact, Mommy was in a movie with him.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Nice cowboy hat.
He has a nameplate, folks.
Focus. There we go.
I think we're doing great. Before you came in, I took a little poll. How are we doing? It's Billy Zane!
I won't call anyone out. Say, how many times do people yell out, you're killing me, Saul? Like on a daily basis.
basis? You know, I've heard it a time or two. I've definitely heard it a couple times. But I'm assuming you have the number? Yeah, on an average, on a day. You know, it depends. 2, 5? When I'm in the greatest city in the world, Salt Lake City, I get a lot.
Great stuff.
Yes, they really love you guys. I think just me. We're not talking about the other guy.
Perfect. Well, I was like, are people bananas? Guys, get those cameras out, Tom, if you can stand right up here.
That is Tom.
And turn this way right here.
King hat. That is Tom Holland. Cool.
How are you finding Salt Lake City? I think they like you.
Salt Lake City's been amazing so far. It's been so fun. I think yesterday was the busiest day I've ever had at a Comic-Con. But the most fun as well. You guys like really turned up. It was really fun. Like everyone had really cool poses to do for the camera and stuff, and it was fun. It was really cool.
Now when people come.
Oh, she's hugging that girl. That's just like Mulan. How cute, how cute. Come on. Fuzzy. You saw that. Whatever.
The rest of the time here. The whole
I don't know if we can right now, but I thank you. We were talking about that actually on our way here, thinking gosh, I don't even know what my words are anymore. I honestly, I haven't listened to the song in so long, and in flight, Rebecca goes, well, I have it. And I said, well, I haven't, no, I don't have it.
She had me down.
Ancestors sent a little lizard to help me.
Wow, you weren't kidding. This is bigger than the San Diego Comic-Con Hall A. Oh, so good morning. You really want me to say that one more time? This is bigger than Hall H of San Diego Comic-Con.
Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think of the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around her, you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I get 20, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see 'em dancing, walking around on those, what do you call 'em? Feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along. What's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free, wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Bet you on land they understand that they don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers.